friends, thanks for joining me today. Welcome to Master Board Mayhem. So you may have already seen the first video in this, I don't know if we're going to call it a series, but we'll call it in this open collaboration. I did a video already and I flipped through my Master Board notebook that I have. And today I'm going to use the Wallpaper Master Board, and you might have seen it during that flip through. We're going to create, you'll actually see me create the actual master board, and then we'll take that and we will turn that into tags. So if you would like to join in on this collaboration, you can. It's open. Anybody and everybody can join in. Just use the hashtag Master Board Mayhem and show us how you make your master board, or you can just show us what you do with your master board. Either way is fine, or both. But yes, use the hashtag, tag me in your video. And if you're not a content creator, but you would like to share your makes, then go over to my Facebook group, Creating with Jovi, Journals and Crafts, and you can share what you made there. And we would love to see it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Master Board Mayhem. So today we are going to be working with wallpaper. I thought that would be fun. A lot of us have wallpaper in our stash and we really never get to use it all. So I grabbed some pieces of wallpaper. I'm hoping this is enough for a master board. If not, I'll grab some more. But let's get started. I am using a mixed media pad for my master boards. That way, if I want to use heavy duty glue or even Mod Podge, I can do that. Today, actually, you know what? For the wallpaper, I think I will use Mod Podge. All right, I got my Mod Podge out and I'm going to use a foam brush with that. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to tear some of these to make sure they're small enough to fit on to my paper. And at first I thought maybe I didn't have enough, but I definitely do. I think it's going to cover this sheet perfectly fine. So anything that's super large, I think I'll just tear. Even though I could just go with big pieces, it might be more fun to tear them. I think a little bit more fun to work with smaller pieces and have them more like a patchwork. There, let's go ahead and get started. I think we've got enough to where we can start, and now they look smaller, so now I'm not sure if they'll cover, but it's not like I got rid of any, so they should be fine. So I wanted to let you know that this is an open collaboration. It is hosted by me, yours truly, Creating with Jovi. And I started Master Board Mayhem because I'm trying really hard not only to use up my scraps, but also to use up some of my stash that maybe I didn't think I would use in other ways. For example, I'll be using some scrapbook papers that I don't think I'll use them in another way. And I thought, you know what? I could get rid of them, I could share them, but let me go ahead and try to make some master boards with them because that might be kind of fun. So that's how and why I started this open collaboration. And if you would like to participate, you sure can. And all you need to do is create your social content, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you know, and make sure to use the hashtag Masterboard Mayhem and be sure to tag me, Creating with Jovi, as the host, and have fun. I'd love to see what you make and how you're using up some of your stash in this way. And if you'd like to share it in my Facebook group, you sure can, which is called Creating with Jovi, Journals and Crafts. I have a page, but I also have a group, and the page is just Creating with Jovi, but the group where you can share your makes is Creating with Jovi, Journals and Crafts. All right. I kind of don't like that these edges are not torn, so I'm going to go ahead and tear them.
Really, when you're making master boards, there's no hard rules. You just do what looks good to your eye and do it in a way that is fun for you. I would say I do think mixed media paper is great, but I honestly have done master boards on just about every kind of paper. You can do them also on the back of a cereal box or the front, I mean, whatever. And so you can use that. It's a little bit thicker, which is nice. So when you cut this for tags, you already have that nice thickness there, which I think is great. It's kind of nice to use this heavy glue on the wallpaper because it feels like it's doing a good job of making it so it's not so tight. I hope that makes sense. You know, you notice that when it gets wet, it's not quite so, it doesn't need to be in quite such a small roll. Oh, this one might look better over here. Let's do that. Oh yeah, we definitely have plenty of paper. That is great. So this is a fun one. So we're going to do master boards with fabric, and you might have already seen that. Magazines, book pages, pattern paper, all kinds of stuff, maps, all kinds of fun stuff. This is looking good. It's so rich and intense. I love it.
My friends, that was so fast. I don't know why it was so fast, but it really was. So we are going to let that dry, and we'll come back later and we'll cut it. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with the Wallpaper Masterboard today. I really like having my mixed media pad in order to just create masterboards on a whim, and it's really helping me keep control over my scraps. So that's been super nice. So I'm looking at this board and I'm thinking to myself, well, what is it that I would like to do with this board? I could make 2 cards. I definitely could make 2 cards, or I could make a bunch of tags. You know, I'm really tempted to make cards, but I'm gonna go ahead and make journal tags. So what I'm gonna do for that is I am going to cut this in half, and then I'm going to measure how wide it is and see how many tags I can get from cutting it this way. All right, we are 8 1/4 inches, so let's just say we're 8. That's 2 4-inch tags. So because it's wallpaper, it's a little bit thicker, which is nice for tags, but I had to put a little extra pressure on it with my cutter. Now these can be spring tags. They'll be a very rich color spring tag, but maybe that's what we'll go for, is 4 spring tags. Now here's something I don't know. I don't know if my corner rounder will work over that, but we are going to give it a try. Let's try one and see what happens. Oh, it worked fine. Okay, I just wasn't sure. You know how sometimes corner rounders or any punches on certain paper, they don't work really well, but this is perfectly fine. All right, my friends, I want to test something out, and I just want to grab a little piece of sandpaper and see what happens if I scratch up this wallpaper here. I kind of like the effect that I'm getting here. It's a sort of a worn effect. Let me wipe this off. All right, I think that looks pretty cool. It really lightened it up. Let me show you these comparatively. So this screen was this, and you can see that this is markedly lighter. So I think that is pretty cool. I'm gonna see what happens if I take my pink ink pad and just pat it down on here. Will we get a little bit of a pink hue inside of where we did the etching with the sandpaper?
let's give that a try. We're just experimenting, see what happens. Having fun with our Master Board Mayhem. I do see some more pink on that, especially again if we compare it. You can see that it really looks very different than this one. I'm really liking that. So now with that in mind, I went ahead and I pulled a few pieces, Easter, sort of springtime Easter, and these are decoupage pieces. And look at this one. Wouldn't that be nice, like right in the center there? I think it would be nice in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and cut around. I'm going to go ahead and cut around here. All right, let's see how we like this. Oh, I like it very much. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing with that one. So I have my Mod Podge here, and I'm just going to go ahead and use a foam brush. You can use any kind of brush you want. There's no wrong answer as far as that goes. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our Mod Podge on to the back of this. I'm hoping it makes it a little bit translucent, but I'm not sure. It's been so many years since I worked with this, I can't remember if it will. But it seems kind of thick. I don't think it's going to, but that's okay. This is still going to look fantastic. Yeah, oh my gosh, I love it, you guys. That's so pretty. It's a tiny bit translucent, not much, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get this covered here. Now when you're using Mod Podge or decoupage, less is more. Okay, go thin. If you don't go thin, you're going to end up with very sticky pieces and you won't be happy. So go thin, okay? It should dry quickly and then you shouldn't have any problems with it sticking to other pieces. There we go. Can't wait to show that to you when it is dry. Well, that was fun and super easy for our first one. Now here's a little piece that was in my stash. I do believe somebody might have given this to me, but I think I made this. Yeah, I did. Because this is one of my decoupage pieces right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that down to this one. And that is an easy breezy tag using something from our stash, which is always fun. Once we get our main focal points on, we can come back and see if we want to add any grommets and ribbon or, you know, just anything, any embellishments to the tags. But let's get this part done first, and then when all that's dry, we can decide if we like them the way they are or if we want to add something to them. Here's this one. It's not done yet. Well, it might be, we'll see. I was thinking for this one, we'd go ahead and do our sandpaper routine again, just because that was kind of fun. And I liked the way it lightened everything up a little bit. So now this one seems to be a little hardier. Okay, let me get this wiped off. All right, it is ready. And I was thinking I could do this again, just like I did with the other one. I think I need to get some more pink ink. I think I need pink and brown. Pretty low on, doesn't come off the pad as easily as it used to. I do use it a lot. All right, so we got that ready to go. Now I chose these two. These are decoupage pieces. I'm gonna get these on, and then if we want to add lace or something later, we will. I think I like that. I don't know that I need anything else on here. No, that won't work. I do have these if we decide we want them. This is a decorative rice paper, and it is also made for decoupage, and it's got the, I think it's rice paper, and it has the fibers in it and everything, and then these images are printed on. So let's cut these out because these might come in as a nice embellishment on here. All right. Okay, but let's start by putting, maybe we'll actually start by putting these down. We'll do this just to take up a little space. I'm going to grab a gold marker and just touch this here and see what it would do. Okay, this one's a little bit dark. Let me see if I have something lighter. I just would like a little bit of color on there. Oh, actually, let's dip this into the pink and see if that helps. Okay, that helps. It's not so white. I can live with that. We are going to set this one aside. Hard to see it right now because of the decoupage on it, but we're going to go ahead and set that aside. Let that dry, and then we'll have another look at it. So that's our third one done. Let's check out this fourth one. So I was thinking it'd be kind of fun if I could use these bunnies. They've been in my stash for a while, and it would be super cute to be able to use them today. What if I used just the one? I mean, that looks so cute. I don't even have to do anything else, honestly. I really don't. So I'm going to close my decoupage real quick so I can not worry about it drying out. I'm going to go put this in water. All right, I got some glue on this little one. We're going to go back and take a look at all of them. Check to see if they're dry. Certainly by now the first one is. And see if we want to add anything to it. Okay friends, this is the first one. Check it out. So it does dry slightly translucent. I can see a little bit through this piece here, and I can see the card underneath, and I think it looks so cool. So the question is, do we want to add some, like a little ribbon pull? I think it would be a nice touch. I'm gonna grab some. Okay, my friends, I got some really pretty ribbon. I just got this recently, either in a swap or a Happy Mail, and I'm so sorry that I can't remember. I do believe it was a swap though. And I love the burgundy shade of this because it matches so nicely with the colors of the roses in the tag. So we're gonna add some of that to the, I was gonna say the top and the bottom, but I also wanna put a grommet in. I think I can get a grommet through that though. So let me go ahead and add this to the top as well. It looks like I'm gonna have to hit this with my heat tool because some of the glue got a little funky. I was afraid of that just because it's a real wide, sort of a lattice ribbon. So I'm going to hit this with my heat tool and get some of this glue to sort of sink back down. All right, my friends, I picked a grommet here. It's, I don't even know what color that is. It's kind of a, I guess it's brown. Anyway, it'll match with this perfectly. I've got a piece of this. I'm hoping I can get it to fit through the grommet hole. Let's find out. It's kind of bulky. I don't think it's gonna fit. Dang it. All right, let me see what that'll match this. This has got some very deep, rich colors going on here. How about some super dark green to go with that? I'm afraid if I try to do a red, of course it's gonna clash in color. So green I think is gonna work. I think it's a safe bet. There, what do you guys think about our first tag? Pretty cool tag made with a Wallpaper Master Board. Let's do the next one. All right, here's the next one. It's so cute. And I do think this color ribbon will look fantastic with a grommet and just have this at the top. I don't think this one needs anything else. Now, if I want to push it, let's see, what happens if I push it? Let's have a look. I've got some pink trim here. Nope, I don't think pink is going to be the way to go. These are such rich colors. Let me see here. Okay, so I don't have a lot of dark, creamy lace. I have a lot of white. So if I was going to add something here, if I went across with this, and I don't love this by itself because of the glue situation, but then layered it with this, I mean, that doesn't look bad. It does kind of add a niceness to it, doesn't it? All right, let's go ahead and give that a go. All right, I have to admit that that does add a nice detail, and it pulls the lighter colors out of the image here, so I do like that. Let's go ahead and use a grommet and get some of this pretty green on here. And what color? Let's see. How about this color, because it sort of goes with all of that. Why not? This has been so fun to make these tags out of a wallpaper masterboard. I have loved this. This is great. I'm going to take these to market, this particular batch. I'm going this weekend actually. But if they don't sell, I'll go ahead and list them in my Etsy shop. And so if you would like some tags, you can find them there. Look, it's so cute. What do you think? Very pretty detail. Okay, that is the second one. Let's get the third one together here. Let's see if this is dry yet. I think it is. Yeah, almost. There's a little bit of wetness going on. So since this is still drying, let's set it aside for a little while longer. I'm going to put it next to my window here. And let's go ahead and work on this one, because, you know, this one only had the one layer with the glue, and this is just about dry. All right, so I think definitely let's try this on for size again, since this has this color in it. Let's do similar to what we did last time. Let's add that across the bottom. And then I'm not going to worry about pressing it down, because I'm going to put the white right over top like I did last time. And then we don't have to worry about that glue coming up through those, you know, those open spots. Okay, oops. Some of it came up anyway, but that's all right. All right, I like that. I think that looks pretty cute. Now, for this one, I'm not going to do green ribbon. Prefer to go with this creamy color ribbon. I think that'll look super nice on here. All right, I got a light colored grommet. We're going to go ahead and get that set. Sometimes if you wind ribbon through and the ribbon is really thin, it comes untied pretty easy. So this one is pretty thin, so I am doubling it up in hopes that it holds it stable. If it doesn't for some reason, I can always add a dab of glue, but I hesitate to do that because it's hard to get the glue in just the right spot without making a little tiny mess. So if I can get it to hold on its own, I do prefer to do that. Glue is like the emergency backup plan. Yeah, this is going to hold good though, because there's you know, there's two of them there, so I like how that is behaving. Okay, and there is our third one. I mean, it was our fourth, but we bumped it up because the other one was still drying. All right, so this one is pretty dry now. It's in pretty good shape. I did blast it with my heat gun real quick. So I'm tempted to do something a little bit different with this one, and let me explain why. So we've got a collage on here, and it's just like there, you know, there's not a true focal point. We could say she's the focal point. There's a lot of busyness going on. So I was thinking, if I sewed this lace over top and filled it as a shaker. I don't know if you can tell, but you can still see her and the bunny. See how you can see through it? But if I did that, it could be kind of cool. So I'm thinking, what do we have to lose? Absolutely nothing. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, my friends, so I got it sewn, I should have said. You can hear it shake. And I put a lot of shaker stuff in there, but I think that's okay. That's how I felt like rolling. I'm gonna glue this flower into the corner. Now, if this one goes into a journal, it'll have to probably go in a front pocket or a back pocket, like of the cover, because there's usually a lot more space, because this tag sits up pretty high. Or this could be a beautiful gift tag. You know, but if you were gonna try to slide it into a pocket, it would have to be an upper pocket inside of a journal. Now, were we going to add anything else to this? I feel like we should. So let's grab, I could do a grommet and add ribbon just like I did all the other ones. I could do that. Let's envision that. Let's see, let's grab this color to match the flower. I say, why not? Now I'm not going to hit the where I sewed it. I don't want to damage the line there. So I went above that. And I put my ribbon away. Let me grab that real quick. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time and use 2 strands of the thin satin ribbon. That's looking good. And then I've got this butterfly here. Shall we? Oh, yeah, we shall. I could put it here too. Oh gosh, that does look pretty right there in the center. Let's go ahead and do that. Add a little bit of glue back here. That adds a super nice detail. All right, my friends, let's have a look at all of our tags. So this one, of course, the last one that we just finished, we added the butterfly and the ribbon, the shaker and the flower. I love the way it looks. I think it's super pretty. And we have this guy, he's so cute. Love that. Here is the first one. It turned out so pretty. I really like it. I feel like it's really super unique. And then here was the third one, and it's cute. So friends, I like them all. Let me know. Here, let me back this up a little so you can see them all. Let me know if you have a favorite. It's hard for me to choose because they're all unique in their own way, but let me know if you have a favorite. I appreciate you spending some time with me here today on Master Board Mayhem. Remember, these are tags made with a wallpaper master board. So fun. So if you enjoyed this, keep your eyes open for more Master Board Mayhem, and feel free to join in if you'd like to. Use the hashtag Master Board Mayhem and tag me as the host. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. See you soon.